Square Enix held an event. It's called Square Enix Presents, and they showed off a bunch of stuff coming our way. So we're gonna run down through all these things. I don't know if this was in running order, but this is the way IGN listed them. So let's get through them. The first one is Project Athia. Now has a name. It's called Forspoken. They showed a little trailer. They had like the half of it was like the voice actress talking about it. She kind of looks like the character. And the game is like some regular.
She is the character.
Huh? She is the character. Yeah.
She is the character.
Yeah. So basically, like from what she said, it's like a regular girl from like our world. That's why she's kind of dressed normally and shit. Goes to some fantasy land and then does Square Enix stuff. Looks cool.
Yeah, she kind of she kind of like dashes around like Noctis from the last from that Final Fantasy game. 15. I think Luminous is that same engine.
I was going to ask you about that.
It is.
Yeah, Luminous engine.
It is. Yeah.
There you go.
It says so at the end of the trailer.
Nice. I was going to ask you because I wasn't sure. Like that's Luminous engine. There you go. Good stuff.
They're like Team Luminous, so I'm guessing they didn't scrap that engine.
The thing is, the reason they moved to Unreal Engine for Kingdom Hearts and Final Fantasy just to get development quicker, you know?
Yeah, because it's an established thing. You know, Luminous, I mean, to be honest, like, Luminous never ran, like, amazingly, though. Like, on the previous generation, did it?
It ran really well, actually. It looked good, but who knows? And it runs on PC, obviously. So, yeah, there you go. What do you guys think about Project? I think the game was fucking cool. You know, I'll check it out.
Yeah, sure. Why not? I'd like to see a little bit more of her just than her just dashing through the air for 2 seconds and punching something for 2 seconds. I'd like to see a little bit more than that.
Yeah,
but
yeah, it was definitely a teaser. Like when she was doing all of the jumping and the flipping. To be honest, that reminded me of old school Warframe, the way she was doing it.
Warframe.
Warframe. Yeah, back in my day.
That by the way, that one was at the end of the whole Square Enix thing. I'm sure the reason why IGN put that up first is because it was probably the biggest moment in that whole presentation.
Yeah, like I said, I don't know. I don't know if there's an order. I didn't see the thing, but it looks cool. Yeah. You know, it looks cool. All right. Next up, we got Black Panther is coming to Avengers. Who cares?
Yeah, that was after they showed that after the initial because they were showing the Hawkeye goes to the future and meets the Maestro DLC.
Yeah.
So that's
my question. Hey, Manny, where's Spider-Man though?
Yeah, where is Spider-Man? Yeah. They got all these other characters popping up. They got Black Panther and Hawkeye and his blue jeans and T-shirt, but
Hawkeye. Black Panther looks fucking dope. You know
he looks cool.
Yeah, he looks good. I'm looking at this shit. Looks fucking badass. But
I'm actually impressed. Sucks. He doesn't look like Gennaro Black Panther. Like he didn't like the rest of the Avengers. They all look like El Generico versions of the Avengers.
Yeah, he looks.
At least this one actually looks kind of cool.
He even has reminds me of panther in the middle of his chest. That's pretty cool. You know,
so it looks like it reminds me of the Arkham Batman.
Yeah.
Suit.
Too bad
it has all those little armor pieces and things on it.
Yeah, so it's called the War for Wakanda expansion, whatever. You know.
Yeah.
All right. You know what? We'll skip. They also had a Hawkeye thing.
Yeah, that was before. So they showed Hawkeye stuff. They showed Hawkeye gameplay, which, by the way, that gameplay looked utterly horrible. Like it looked like the old Avengers game, because you remember, like they also today. They also released the super patch for the new Avengers game.
Yeah.
So you see that
PlayStation upgrade patch, yeah.
Yeah, so you see the original, you see the old game, and that's running at 60, and then you see this Hawkeye shit, and it's running like at 30 frames per second. I'm like, what is this running on?
Wow. What is that a part of here? It's a part of, okay, I'm just reading this off of IGN. Marvel's Avengers released It released its 2021 roadmap, which includes the cloning labs, new gear, and a new level cap, the Tachyon Anomaly event, and a replay of the Reassemble campaign, new villain sectors, and more. Yeah, by the way, because you can't actually replay the campaign at the moment. It's like, what? That's weird.
Yeah, you can't replay the game again if you wanted to.
So there you go. If you actually care about Avengers, Brian, you already know I'm gonna ask you. How many people are actually playing this shit on Twitch right now, man?
Give me a second. Yeah. I'll find out.
All right. You give us the answer after this next game. They announced a new Life is Strange game called True
Yes.
Colors. Now it's coming out this year. And here's the thing. Interesting, because Life is Strange games have always been episodic. This one will have chapter breaks, but it's going to be one complete game.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty interesting. This one, they also did a kind of a huge graphical upgrade on the characters. Like, they don't look as stylized as they do in the other 3 games that they made previously.
Yeah.
So they're a little bit more, fleshed out. It looks like they're, they got a little bit more money behind this one than the previous ones.
Yeah.
I like those Life is Strange until the last one. The last one was so boring. The story with the 2 brothers and shit. I was like, oh.
Adam, what about
this one?
Would you give it a shot? This new one?
I don't know. Maybe. I'm not excited for it like I was with the other ones, because it was like you had the Telltale games and then you had the Square Enix ones, and they were just like, oh, Square is up there on the quality. We're like, this is where Telltale needs to be, and it just never hit. But then the story for the last one just threw me off. But quality's there.
This new one is sort of an interesting one, because it seems like all the Life is Strange games, they all have powers.
Yeah.
So her power is like weird empathic power.
Yeah, it says
like Tiana Troy.
Yeah, psychic power of empathy. So she can make you feel feelings, man.
Well, no, she can't make. It doesn't seem like she can make you feel feelings. She can feel other people's feelings, and then they can somehow infect her.
Oh, okay.
So she's a simp. Okay.
Yeah. she's Tiana Troy. She's like, when the Klingons are come over, they come over in the ship, and then Picard looks at her, goes, Tiana, what are they feeling? And she goes, I feel anger.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're Klingons. No shit.
They're angry. I feel the anger.
Why is number 1 lusting for me? I feel it.
Remember in the first season, like you would see the emotions visibly on her face. I'm angry right now.
yeah. She used to actually emote. So the new Life is Strange kind of has a little bit of that problem too, where essentially the emotions of the other person can probably seep into her. So if they're like a really angry person, she gets like, argh! Like, I don't know.
It's interesting. All right, so there you go.
She can see their powers or whatever.